Hi, it's Teresa, and I'd like to share something with you. It's from our Qigong master, Master Shofan, and it's to help you boost your immune system. So it's something he has added on for us of late, and it's very effective and it's very ancient. And there are a few things that are really important. So there are three parts to it, really, three elements. So the first one is how you stand and the actual movement itself. And then the second piece is observation. So you observe what's happening in your body and how the pieces come into your mind and how the chi energy is starting to distribute itself into the cells. And then there is a piece where we tap, and that's really, really important. And you would never, ever, ever finish any Qigong exercises without tapping, because Qi can get blocked and it can cause pain and disturbances for you. So it's really important that there are certain channels, especially like under the arms and all the joints and in the groin, and they're like valleys and they hold onto the Qi. So we've got to tap it out so that it's distributed and utilized properly. So I just want to show you how to do it. I'm not going to do the entire exercise. So you would have a couple of minutes of self-observation first. Anything between 2 and 5 or 6 minutes would be normal. Then you would have 10 minutes of the exercise. So this is important that you actually do 10 minutes. If you have problems with your back or your back of your knees, you can do it on a chair, you can sit down. But if you're sitting, you just sit on the front third of the chair. So you literally barely have your bum resting on the chair, and you know your body would be straight, just like it would be when we're standing. And it would be best if you can do it 3 times a day. So it would be in the morning before your breakfast, so you can have a warm drink. So obviously boiling water with lemon would be suggested, but if you have to have your cup of tea or coffee, that's okay. And then do this and then have your breakfast. And again, you would do it in the middle of the day, and you would do it in the evening time if you're really disciplined, okay? I'm only starting to bring it into my own practice. And he tells us there's a miraculous side effect. People tend to lose weight when they do this regularly, because it really works with the digestive system as well. But obviously the lungs and the heart, because it really is about swinging your arms, but not just regular swinging. So there's a discipline to it, because it's working with the Qi in different meridians. And you will start with your feet shoulder width apart, okay? And your head will be upright, your body will be straight. Imagine like you are being pulled up to heaven, you know, obviously it's like the stem of the apple, okay? Your eyes will be closed, your mouth will be closed. You'll imagine that you're smiling inside your closed mouth, so you'll have a little curve. Your tongue will be at the back of your teeth. And it's the rhythm and the counting brings great inner peace to the mind, and the exercise itself brings the Qi up. Master Shofan tells us it boils the Qi, which is really, really, really good to boost the immune system. And of course we need to look after our immune system at all times, but especially now at this point in time where we have this virus around, and we all need to be as strong as we possibly can. So without further ado, I'm going to take you into it. I'm not going to do the entirety of the exercise, because you would just be watching me swinging my hands for 10 minutes, but I will do the introduction part with you. I will show you the swing, because there's a movement in the legs, and I will touch the camera and show you that movement. So it's a double bend every 5th time you swing your arms, and then you observe again, and then you tap out all of the energy, and I will take you through all of that. And then there's a little closing exercise that you do. You observe again, and you observe after the tapping, and then there's a very small close. And the whole thing, when you're used to it, will take you about 15 to 20 minutes, okay? But the 10 minutes of exercise is really important. So the tapping will take you 3 or 4 minutes. It's the observation that it will be personal choice, okay? So I just want to show you the movement. So your arm will be straight out from your shoulder, both of them, okay? And your body will be straight. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm going to push this down so you can see. So I'm not just bending my knees, I have to bend my legs, okay? And it's a double movement, okay? So it took me a while to get this. So imagine we're in full flight again, and the weight of your arms will bring your arms down. You do not bend your elbow, you do not bend your wrist. So, you know, when you have the full extension of your hand, you have a way more chi. So the energy has much more opportunity to flow correctly and strongly. So we've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did you get that? So you can practice that before you do the whole thing together. Okay, so that is the actual movement. So once we have that done, so the feet are shoulder width apart. So my eyes are closed, my body is straight. You start like this. One, 2, 3, 4, and you would count internally, and that brings great peace to the mind. Then you would just stop and you would slow down. So for the last 2 minutes, say, you would slow down the count, okay? And then you would just observe. Chances are you'll be really hot, your arms will be heavy or tingling or warm all across here, and the chi will be coursing and it will settle. So what you do is you always wait for the chi to settle. So your body will actually catch up with it, and it'll start moving into all the tissues and all the cells. And chi is energy, it's life force energy. So we call it chi for China, and prana in India. It can be argon, innate intelligence, it can be anything. It's energy, okay? So it's your life energy that's running through you. So you would observe that. And then when you feel it settled, that's when you start the tapping. So I want to take you through the tapping, because you can do your 10 minutes and your observation. And to start the tapping, you will always use warm hands, and you have to rub them really quite vigorously, because you want to get the temperature to about 30 degrees or over, okay? So you rub your hands and then you just hold them to your face like that. Just until the heat goes out of them, then you rub them again. And we're going to work through the whole body now, okay? So I'm going to put the phone down a little bit so that you can see what I'm actually doing. And yeah, that's better, rather than looking at the ceiling. So imagine you're just combing your hair with your fingers, okay? Like that, like so. And then you just like, imagine you're just pulling a towel over and back the back of your neck, but you're using your hands, okay? Now you're going to start with your forehead, and you're going to stretch it, okay? So you're going to stay standing straight and just bending down for the camera, just to show you. And you'll do that 3 times. And then you'll use your fingers on your temples. It's so soothing, okay? And then you'll go to just in here at the corner of the eyebrows, and you will massage that down to just outside the edge there, okay? So we're doing all the points here, okay? And then if you open your mouth, you will feel the hinge of your jaw. We hold a lot of pressure there, and you massage that, okay? And you're working down, okay? So the ears are more or less in line with this, and this is what I'm going to do on both sides. My thumb will be behind and my hand will be in front, and I'll warm it up. And then I'm gonna wiggle and twist my ears until they're nice and hot, okay? And this is really important because there's a lot of points in your ears. So get your ears roaring hot, okay? Good twist. Now, we're going to cup our hands over our ears, and I'll show you what the back, where it is at the back of my head, because then I'm going to start the tapping on my head. Okay, so we're going to close off our ears, and we're actually going to let them out, okay? So we'll close off our ears. Okay, so you're going to use the flat of your hands. Just going to tap, 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 tap into the groin. Okay, that's one of the channels. Right back here, kidney area, all the way down the back of your legs, all the way down and over your feet and up the front. Into the tummy, under the bust, okay? So we've another big area there. Back up here. Now, you're going to do one arm at a time. I'm just moving to show you, so you won't be moving. So at the back of it, then I'm going to turn my arm, and I'm going to make sure, because you've got a lot of exercise done with your arms, all the joints, everywhere there's a bend, you make sure you give it a good tapping. All the way up, under the arm. Straight arms, all the way up, under the arm. Back in, 2 hands. Good tapping. Into the back, all the way down. Into the back of the knees, give them a good tapping. Down to the ankles, over the toes, up to the knees, over the thighs, into the groin, back up. Turn out the axis of the arm. Workout in itself. Okay, so several times, okay? Minimum 3 for the whole tapping. If you have any pain in your arms, in your shoulders, in your legs, tap. Keep tapping until you get rid of it. Then your feet are still shoulder width apart, and then you will observe again. And you'll feel the chi settling down and distributing itself into all of the cells. And you will be aware of peace in your mind. Because, you know, when you observe, you're looking in, you're not looking out. And when you're counting, you're just quietening the mind. So it's a peaceful mind and a healthy immune system. So you can see mine hasn't settled yet, even just after that tapping. And your breathing will just come back to normal. And you won't have the heat. So you can feel the chi like with a lot of heat or with tingling, or just that you feel that you still haven't come back into a settled rhythm for yourself. So when you feel it's all settled, then you have another little bit to do. So we just stretch out the fingers and stand up on our toes. So we're lifting the heels, stretching, and you do this 3 times. Open the toes, stretch the fingers. Now we're going to just show you, but I would be saying the same place. Put the thumb over to the ring finger, curl the fingers in, and you're going to pump these. So you're going to squeeze them like that 8 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 3 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to press our feet into the floor. So toes and feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we're going to do the 2 together, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. axis of our hand, open up our heart area and look up. And then we're going to turn it in. And again, you may like to do this 3 times or more than that, okay? Whatever feels right for you. It's very individual. It's very calm now. So turn out the axis, look up, turn in the axis, and look down. Namaste. Now, that's an exercise that I really want to share with you, and it's your responsibility whether you want to do it or not. If you are going to sit on a chair, sit on the first third of the chair, so it would have to be a kitchen chair or something, because the weight of your arms is going to bring your arm back and back up, shoulder height, okay? And you're not going to be hitting the arm of a chair. So I hope it helps, I really do. I have added it to, we have 12 movements in Qigong, so instead of having an hour now, we have an hour and a half exercise, so I'm grateful for the time to do it. So enjoy.